Hey, it's LSFT here today, and today we're here to talk about electrification. Lexus is moving towards electrification, and you know that they're going to be a full BEV brand by 2030 or 2035. And they've launched the first BEV, the RZ, and some of you may think that it's a subpar BEV. Watching reviews of the RZ, some says that the Lexus are building great driving vehicles, but the biggest problem is their range. And we all know that Toyota and Lexus are working hard on a new BEV platform, and that will be coming in a few years' time. With that being said, Lexus will continue to release BEVs, and we know that they now offer the UX300e in some places in the world and as a global model HZ450e. And in this video, we'll be talking about recent filings of trademarks in Europe for a new model, the HZ. So HZ, or HZ, depending on where you are. This is the first time that they're using this name, HZ, and it's hard to know exactly what and where this model is going to fit in today's lineup. So we know that they've actually launched the HZ250e, and there was only one generation of this vehicle. It was really a souped up Corolla hybrid vehicle, but then many people think that HS stood for hybrid sedan, but really it wasn't. It really meant harmonious sedan. So will HZ mean harmonious zero emission vehicle? It doesn't sound right. Unfortunately, we don't know what the new nomenclature really is. It could be an SUV, it could be a sedan, and I think Lexus may change the nomenclature later on to denote the difference, because at this point they don't have it, right? And Toyota has BZ4X, where X means crossover or SUV. So I don't know if Lexus will make that change, but we know that RZ is an SUV. And what does that mean? Would HZ mean an SUV as well? Well, when we look at the recent prototypes that they launched in Japan Mobility Show this year, they launched the LFZC and the LFZL. So there are two concepts, the ZC and the ZL. And we know that they have a 3-row electric SUV, and there is trademarks for the TZ. So we have TX, which is the 3-row SUV, and now they have a TZ, which is also an SUV. So if we follow that trend, HZ could actually be another SUV. So whatever Z could mean zero SUV. And then when we follow the trend of the concepts where they have ZC and ZL, could it mean that ZC and ZL are sedans? So if the Z is in the front, it is a sedan. I don't know if Lexus has made up their mind on this subject, but when we actually go back and look at the 2021 Akio Toyota, when he announced a few Lexus vehicles in that show, they had a 2-door LFA replacement vehicle. They had the RZ, which is the 4-door SUV, which is close to the RX, right? So RZ RX, and then they have a 4-door sports vehicle, and that is to replace the IS. And then they also had a large 3-row SUV, which on the plate they said Lexus electrified SUV, and we think that that is the TZ. Follow me on Instagram at LSFT Videos. You can see updates on my experience with the NX450 Plus, which may not be shown on any future videos. You can also reach out to me via direct messaging if you have any questions on your Lexus. If you like this video, you can provide me feedback in the comments below, like this video, and share it with your friends. This definitely will help me with the YouTube algorithms. Press the subscribe button and bell icon and get notified when new videos show up. And lastly, if you want to support me further, you can provide me a super thanks, which is greatly appreciated. And now let's continue with the video. Between the 4-door sports car and the ZC, all of these could be the HZ, but it could also be another vehicle that we haven't seen yet. I believe that the ZL will be the LS replacement, and the 3-row SUV would be the TZ. So we know those already. Tell me in the comments below, what do you think the HZ would be? So before we wrap up on this rumor, the HZ, the trademark that has come out, they have trademarked the HZ350e, the HZ450e, and the HZ550e. So Lexus has not changed the nomenclature in the back. So 300e means it's similar to a 3-liter displacement ICE vehicle. And E at the end means it's an electric vehicle. So based on today's numbers, 300e, we can reference the UX300e, and that is about 200 horsepower with 220 pound-feet of torque. So I think the HZ300e would be very similar, hoping that because there's a new platform or newer engines, we can see a bigger boost in the engine spec area. So I would say probably over 200, hopefully to 25 or something similar to right now the 350h specs, but we don't know. They still say 300e and not 350e. Then we have the 450e. The 450e, and we can reference the RZ, and that is about 308 horsepower with 320 pound-feet of torque. And then even when you look at the NX 450h Plus, it's about roughly the same, 300 horsepower. Torque-wise, that's a little bit different because they don't give you the real torque in hybrid vehicles. And even in BEVs, they try not to provide that information as well. And then we have the 550e. I think the closest thing that we can look at is the TX 550h Plus, and that is about 400 horsepower with 442 pound-feet of torque. I'm hoping that the 550e will actually get around 450 horsepower. We'll have to see if they can get that or not. But again, sometimes torque may be the better number to be higher. So 450 pound-feet of torque may be a good number for the 550e. So definitely exciting times where now Lexus is starting to release more and they're trying to put more trademarks for the new models. HZ, we don't know what it is yet, but hopefully sooner or later we will see that coming. And then from a performance standpoint, 300, 450, and 550e, I think those numbers are very good numbers because they're not in the 200s and it has a big range of vehicles that you can choose. So hopefully we will see this coming out in very short time. Let me know in comments below what do you think about what the HZ would be, and until next video, drive safely. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please comment, like, share this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon to get notified when new videos are posted. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can provide me a super thanks. And until next time, cheers.